Colleague and friend Andrew Kaczynski.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to In the House Media House Call. This is your host, Michelle Diamond, and this evening we have Mr. Mikey J joining us and give me one moment because we have some technical feedback. Jerome?
Yes, how you doing?
Good. I think you have
Our
some.
guest is here.
Okay,
So,
awesome. I'm going to mute the
okay,
background.
here we go.
Beanies at teambeans.com. You can see I think already got right. Remember, all proceeds.
It's a lot of noise in the background.
Well, that's why I asked you to come early.
Okay, there we go.
How you doing?
Like, all right, how you doing?
I'm good. Take it easy.
Okay, so I appreciate you joining us. Of course, this is In the House Media House Call, and this is your host, Michelle Diamond. And today we have the pleasure of speaking with the infamous Mr. Mikey J. How are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm counting my blessings every day and just happy to be in Atlanta right now.
Oh, so you are in Atlanta. Okay, awesome. All right, how long have you been in Atlanta?
I arrived Sunday morning.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here safely. How long are you here for?
I leave actually Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could get together and show you the entire team and do some amazing things. So Mr. Mikey J, for our audience and our viewers that are tuning in, of course, Mr. Mikey J, he is an amazing person. He is a philanthropist. Amongst a music producer, film producer, he's an actor, he's he's a rapper, he does many things, and he's just an all-around, amazing person, a mogul on the rise, and he is active in the community as well as he is an advocate for many different causes as far as fathers' rights, and he's also with the civil rights movement. So we're going to tap in with him and just have him tell the audience who Mr. Mikey J is, where he hails from, his background, and what basically, started him out on his musical journey, as well as, going on into the film industry as well. Mr. Mikey J?
Well, just to acquaint myself with the, I would say the millennial audience, I'm a 2-time Grammy-nominated hip-hop artist and music producer. I'm a 13-time music award winner, and I've been honored on 43 different occasions, from the U.S. Congress down to the U.S. Senate, NAACP, Barack Obama, the United Nations, and many other organizations and people in positions of power of politics that recognize me for the philanthropic work that I've done in the urban communities for many years. Also, for those who I would love to reacquaint myself with, I'm a 3-time 106 Park BET Freestyle Friday judge, BET's producer and hip hop artist of the week on their Rap City segment. I'm a mainstream artist, major artist in the mainstream, and Ms. Diamond really summed up some of the other things.
Right. So my thing is, I read that, although you grew up in, Southeast Bronx, New York City, the Boogie Down, where some of my family hails from as well. You see, I already have that, terminology down pat.
Yeah.
You are also, a fellow Islander. I believe your roots take you to Trinidad. So you're Trinidadian / African American. So what is it like, with your background, hailing back to the islands? How does that culture play a part in your music and your day-to-day life?
I was actually born in the United States. My grandmother, Dolores Jones. She actually hails from, as well as her mother, which is my great grandmother, my great great grandmother. That whole lineage on my grandmother's side, they're from a reservation in Oklahoma. My
Wow.
grandfather is indigenous from the island of Tobago.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's a blessing to have two indigenous coaches from two sides of the spectrums growing up. The Tobagan, Trinidadian cuisine and music and so much more, and then the Native American indigenous um, being in America, knowing some of the language, meeting my family at the reservation and those who moved off the reservation. So it's just an honor to be raised in that, just in that family itself. But
Right.
the influence of the music, it definitely came from just so much more. Not just the Tobagan slash Trinidadian culture, and not just Native American culture, because the Native American culture is a lot of wind instruments, and I love wind instruments, but I also play piano, and I wish I could play drums. I could play a drum pad, but I'm not that good on drums. But the influence really came just from so many other musical genres, from rock to pop to rap to
Yeah.
reggae to calypso, down to, I mean, yeah, you name it. It's everything my mother listened to is still instilled with me. So
Right.
I just infused that growing up and just started, just making everything that I make according to what I was already adapted to listening to.
Okay, that's amazing. So, with that being said, with your heritage, you have, like you said, you had two indigenous lineage that created Mr. Mikey J and made him the person that he is today. And of course, from speaking with you and what you just explained, you actually incorporate a lot of your heritage, into who you are as a person today. With your family's history, was there someone else in your family that started out in the musical industry as well as film, why you were motivated to pursue that? Or was this just something that, as a child, you're just like, you know what, this is my thing and I want to pursue
I'm sitting here trying to think, but
it?
um, from what my mother told me, Mom's Mabley is a cousin of ours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I think it's from, because my grandmother had 9 children by 7 different nationalities.
Mm. Well,
My
we know
grand
how it is, for the older lineage, they, deep
my
in, back
grandfather,
in the days. Wow.
yeah, like my granddad, like I said, and Tobagan. My aunt Tracy's father is German. My uncle Giovanna's father is Czechoslovakian. My uncle Ellis, Shangri-La, and my uncle James, their father is from Barbados. My aunt
Ooh.
Kimberly Queen is Creole, and um, my aunt Julius Ann and Uncle Roland, their father's from Belize, and
Ah,
everybody I just named, they look like where their fathers are from. So
wow.
yeah, so I'm trying to think. I know my mother was a model, and I found that later in life. I found that out. My mother's a model. My mother had a nice singing voice. My uncle Doug Jones, he was a boxer. He actually beat Cassius Clay in 1963 in Madison Square Garden. And
Wow, this is very deep. I love that. It's a lot of
yeah,
culture. Yes.
those that are watching right now, if you watch the Godfather of Harlem, the show by a very good friend of mine, the creator Marquand, my uncle's story was told in the Godfather of Harlem when they was talking about Doug
Mm,
Jones and how the
okay.
fight was stolen from him, which is a true story. My uncle taught me how to box. My uncle was a real positive role figure in my life growing up, and that's as close as I'm gonna get to any musical or uh, celebrities really in my family. that I can think of right now.
Right. Okay. So, you had it's evident that your family, is filled with a lot of, amazing talent. And that may be just something that was passed down, the lineage, down your line, it's, genetics.
Yeah.
And with that, so growing up, um, what was your thought process as far as, you becoming an artist? Was that something you're like, yes, I definitely have to pursue that? Or were you, envisioning, the film industry?
Yeah, I wish. Michael Jackson is my favorite. Me growing up listening to Michael Jackson. People that were born way before me doing music: James Brown, Etta James, Smokey Robinson, Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. You listen. You name a music genre, my mother listened to it all. So
Wow.
that's where my ear comes from, and I really got inspired by that. You know, but watching like Run DMC, LL Cool J, and others before me, Dana Dane, Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, that
Mhm.
really made me want to rap. And then EPMD maybe we want to go even harder with it. But what made me want to become an entertainer, I got to be honest, was watching like James Brown, Michael Jackson, um, Luther Vandross. Like everybody had their own different technique and style to how they entertain a crowd. Dougie Fresh, Karis One, DMX. So I'm like, that's how you do it. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Because a lot of rappers, they just get up there and they rap. They don't sell the story. They don't sell the music. They actually just sell. You got to sell this. To sell this show, you got to sell the music, and to sell the music, you got to sell the show.
Right.
So I've been
Understood.
blessed. I've been blessed to
Right.
have a great
Well,
fan base.
you appreciate good music, and you've named some greats in the industry, so you definitely know the difference between a rapper and an actual MC, and great appreciation for ciphers and things of that nature. So, from just the interaction we're having, I can see that you're well rounded in, your musical history. So, it's just evident that you have great things that you have already accomplished. Like you said, two-time Grammy nominated. And, you've had so many different accolades that I've, read about, including your history as far as the movies that you've also partook in. And what I wanted to talk about is December 25th after 9:30 a.m. And just to touch on that a little bit, to show how your strength actually contributes a lot to who you are as a person today, because you've been through a lot, and you've definitely paved the way for many, especially with the things that you are actively engaged in. So if you could speak to us and let us know about December 25th, which is your birth date, of course, and what that experience was like for you as a youngster. I know, of course, you were told, because you were just born,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
of course, it was still a story and it needs to be heard.
When my mother told me that for the doctors to save my life, they had to give me a spinal tap, and amongst other procedures, um, it, it really made me look different at taking life for granted. So when I was born, my white cells were eradicating, eating up my red cells.
Mm,
That's leukemia trait. So to save my life, they did procedures and they did a spinal tap. They drew fluid out of my spine to save my life. And my mom she always, may she rest in peace, she always told the story. You know, my blood pressure shot up to high numbers to where I shouldn't even be here right now.
mm,
I was really in the hospital for a while. And through all I've been through, all the trials and tribulations that I've been through in my life, I always revert back to the time my mother said how when I was born, and where I'm at now. So I always say that if God wanted me, he would have had me a long time ago. You know, I've been through a lot to where I done went through car windshields by falling asleep at the wheel because I had allergies and taking NyQuil, and you know, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, and to this day, I still just give it to God because I have to give it to God. And I turned my life around. I came from a life of the street, you know, and my street life is totally different than anybody else's street life because I'm not rapping about it on records. I'm not embellishing it. And you will never know unless I tell you.
Right.
And you know, I've been involved in a lot of things in the street. I'm not proud of a lot of things that I've done. So when I tell you that I live in my truth, I live in my truth. I've done unsavory things that I repent for every day, you know? So for God to give me another chance and another chance and another chance, another opportunity to make great and do great and adhere to his uh to his calling as well as perform the assignments that he give me, I would never cut off my nose to spite my face because that man could have taken me out at birth and from in the streets and any other time he wanted to. So I'm really happy that my mom made the decision to do the procedures. My grandmother was against it.
Oh.
My grandmother was against it, but I'm just glad I'm here to be talking to Michelle Diamond right now.
And we're grateful that you're here to speak with us. It's always great to, have great figures within our community to speak about past experiences and just, instill value into our younger generation, maybe the young women or the young men, they all need the guidance. And to see someone, come from, your background, of strong family heritage and culture and still exposed to the lives of the street and then turn himself around and paving a way for many others, it's definitely commendable. So kudos to you on that. And I am very eager to learn about fathers' rights, as far as your activism as well as your advocacy in that market, and speaking a little bit more on the community activism side of it as well. What is it that urged you to get involved with fathers' rights?
The system is very unjust when it comes to fathers, especially black and brown fathers and white low class fathers. It's like it's a stigmatism that's put upon us as if we're not well enough to take care of our children financially. And finances, of course, you need to take care of your children, but it's deeper than that. You got fathers who are great fathers who just cannot afford. At maybe it's something that happened, they lost their job or whatever the case may be. That doesn't make them a bad father because they're not. They cannot financially help their children. Now, some fathers are dirtbags. Yeah, do what you do to them. But for the good fathers who are being railroaded, mothers not showing up for visitation rights, just all kind of nonsense. I'm a victim of that. I'm a victim of that. So when I became a victim, I started seeing other victims and other victims. And I met women. I've met women who were actually advocating for fathers who were victims as well. And I wanted to be a part of that. So what I did was I started a fathers' rights organization to speak for the fathers who are voiceless. So basically, if their visitation is being violated, there's nothing else to talk about because if a man violates his child support order or whatever else orders are in place, they're going to put him in jail. So I only believe that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So yeah, so you have to, you cannot play well, this is for women, it's for men. No, This is about parents. It's not a man issue. It's not a woman issue. This is a parental issue. So I just decided to say, you know what? Let me just stick up for fathers, man, and help these brothers, you know, pay the child support that they have to pay. And you know what's really, really bad? A lot of fathers are put on child support because of vindictive and malicious women. And that's not right.
There's some truth there, yes.
You know, put a father on child support who don't do nothing, don't care. Go get him. I advocate for that. But the fathers that are doing the fathers that are living up to their obligations and then some, and the fathers who are living up to their obligations the best they can, it's like I don't get it. The bad fathers get a pass, the good fathers get the cuffs. It's really weird. And us as the people, we really got to change that narrative, that programming. You know, we really got to do better.
It's the system, you know. It's the way the system is set up, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unjust in the system, you know, and we could speak on that, you know, on many topics as far as how unjust certain things is for, you know, both men and women. You know, and that's a whole nother topic, you know, when I have my because I'm going to do a panel with a few guests, I'll invite you back, especially because of all of the, you know, community things that you're involved in. I believe that your voice needs to be heard on that panel, and we could have a, you know, great forum about it and just educate people, because a lot of people are just not educated. They don't know, you know, they see a lot of things that's occurring around us, and, you know, they think it's the norm. And we need to let people know that it isn't. And, you know, there are people out there that are actually, you know, in their corner and are fighting for them. You know, and that's where we come in as advocates and activists for a cause. So when we have that panel, I definitely invite you back, because, you know, you do have a lot to offer and a lot to say. So I definitely feel that that is a part of who Mikey J is, and how amazing, you know, you are as an individual, and how much you have to offer, you know, so many, even through your music. You know, I heard some things. I was listening to the Fame Game and Rock the Planet.
You went back.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when you research, you have to go back to the beginning to, you know, kind of get a feel for who you are, where you came from, and where you are now. And it was definitely a great journey. And, you know, just to see you even on IMDb and having your film stuff. So I want to go into that as well, about how you got involved into film. And, you know, you are a producer, as well as you do a lot of financial backing in the film industry.
Yes, I financed about 12 films through my career. I've always asked my business management, my agents, my management, never disclose, you know, films I am financing in. If I'm gonna get my executive producer title, then cool, you know. But I financed a film called The Black Hat, as well as the Big Church movie, Blowtorch, and just so many other films over the past 12 years.
Right.
From six figures to some were even seven-figure films that. I mean, not seven-figure films, from six figures to seven figures that I financed for the past 12 years. It's been a great journey with the films. And I've always advocated filmmakers that if you don't have the finances to finance your own film, you know, you don't have to chase down someone to finance your film. If you got a 700 or a 650 credit score and you're pretty good with your trade lines, you know, you can get a line of credit and finance your own films, you know, that way.
True.
You know, so I just do my best to alleviate the stress of aspiring and future, whether they're rappers, singers, actors, and just give them an easier route. And if their credit isn't good, then that will and give them the opportunity to go out there and build their credit up, so they can sustain, you know, everything they're trying to do and attain it, rather, you know.
Right. So this is amazing. So see, you definitely have to come back for my panel, because you also, like, you know, you contribute a lot, you know, financially. And, you know, you mentioned a lot of things about the credit score, how they could go about doing it. So you're well versed in financial literacy. And that is something that we have to educate our people about, is how to maintain themselves when they make it, you know, prior to making it and after you make it. Because we see a lot of artists, whether it be be in the movie or the music industry, or dancing or whatever the case may be. And a lot of them lose sight and end up in trouble with, Uncle Sam and the IRS because they don't know how
Mhm.
to maintain or manage their money. And, they don't pay back things to Caesar. And
Yeah.
then they end up in big, water, hot water. So, this is amazing. And I just appreciate you, being very knowledgeable, because, the stigma is out there, there's very stereotypical, of
Yeah.
our people and of our men that they are not educated enough. And here it is, we have so many people that, have graced our platform that are well versed in many areas and can, contribute a lot back to the younger ones, especially those that are just entering into the media world, whether it be film, whether it be dance, whether it be, being an author, et cetera, all of the above. We have a lot of knowledgeable people within our circle that can contribute a lot back to them,
Yeah.
educate them, and just give them the right tools that they need to make sure
Yeah.
that they're on the right path.
Even myself coming up as a rapper, I learned a lot from watching other rappers go through bad business dealings, lose a lot of money, become wasteful spenders. And I learned from that. I learned from them. So when it was time to do my music videos, any music video that you see of mine, those are all my vehicles, my
Wow.
clothing, my
Right.
jewelry,
Yes.
my everything. I'm not renting
Guard
nothing.
your grill gear. Yes,
Yeah,
it.
my clothing line,
What is
correct.
it,
Yeah.
Stephen Paul?
Huh?
You have Stephen Paul and K Factory, a few things that I saw, correct?
I
Look,
like you. I like you.
what?
So the Stephen Paul collection, once again, it's my mother. My mother. She used to tell everybody how she came with my name, Michael Stephen Paul. But my
Mm,
mom didn't name me. The nurses named me.
really?
Michael, yeah, Michael for the archangel, and Stephen and Paul were apostles. So I'm named after in a biblical sense. I'm not a religious person, but they were. And my mother would always tell people, "Oh, the story about how my name became." So I said, "I'm gonna do something for my mom." I lost my mother in 2016, and I started the Stephen Paul collection while she was alive, and I wanted to give her something for her own. My mother was straight. My mother didn't need money. She was getting her pension and everything else, man. She was good financially, and she was not about. She wasn't a financial type woman. She wasn't about money. My mother was about living life, enjoying life. So what I did was I set up the Stephen Paul collection. I had snapbacks, and I was about to work on the t-shirts and everything else.
Mm,
Um, and Mr. Pierre Vautier, he's the buyer for a lot of like Nordstrom and
right,
Bergdorf Goodman. So
right. Because I
he is
think you're also now some of your gear there in Target, correct? Or got approved for Target.
yeah, we got approved for Target.
Okay.
My the Garger Grill gear was in stores. It was
Okay.
stored in America, a few in America, but we did great overseas. So
Awesome.
when my mother passed, I just canceled the whole Stephen Paul collection because all the money that was going to be generated was to go straight to her. That was my gift to her for giving me that name, not just giving me birth, but giving me that name. So now in the acting field and anything within film, the film industry, I don't go by Mikey J. I go by Michael Stephen Paul, and
Okay.
that's in homage to my mom.
Amazing. And I appreciate you say that you like me. I pride myself in making sure that when I'm interviewing, it's authentic. And I like to read about, the individuals that grace our platform because, it's definitely, a privilege to have you guys on and to share you with our audience because a lot of people need to know that, there are many of our heritage and many of our people that are gifted and knowledgeable in the craft. And we just want to share you guys with everyone. So, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
I
for
appreciate it.
coming on and allowing me to, get to know you and all about who Mikey J is. I mean, you're an amazing person. And
Thank you.
to take it there, I even want to talk about the movie. And, we're going to actually, what I want to do is take it to a clip of the movie. And then when we come back, you tell us all about it and how that all initiated. And, I have so much more that I want to discuss with you and futuristic things as well.
You
So,
got it.
you know,
You
our
got it.
we're going to take it to the clip. So stand by, guys. We have a nice little clip from Mr. Mikey J, and we're going to show that now.
After a while. Son, let me talk to you real quick, okay? I'm out here singing for you. I'm not singing for me, because you're my strength, right? Alright, so this too shall pass. See, because with God's love and His guidance, we got this. That's right. That's right. So let me ask you this. Do you know how much I love you? More than you can ever imagine. So, let's go make us some money. All right. He will fix it. I know, Jaja. What's going on?
Mom, can I get something from the store?
I don't have no money, kiddo. That's why I'm out here with this cup.
Yo, come here, homie. Anytime you see Krills, you got money. Feel me? Go in the store and let me holler at your mom real quick.
Thank you.
Alright?
Yo, no candy.
Get some candy.
No, he good, but thank you.
It's good.
What's good with you? I see you still out here on this corner.
Here we go. Why every time I see you got a beef about this, yo? Yo, I heard you singing from all the way around the corner.
Oh, really?
All the way around the corner. So check this out. Why don't you just sing me one of those beautiful songs of yours? We call it even.
Okay, well, if you're paying, then I'm singing.
Nothing on the house.
No, hustle her, remember?
I'm paying. That
Well,
good?
in that case,
All right.
I'm gonna say, okay. Trouble in my way. I wanna cry sometimes. Oh, so much trouble. I wanna cry sometimes. I lie awake at night, but that's alright, 'cause I know Jaja, He will fix it. I know Jaja, I know Jaja, He will fix it after a while.
I don't get it. I felt that all the way in my soul. All that talent you got. Why this? What's up with that?
I was thinking the same thing, my king. Get off this block.
Mm. Amazing, amazing. I love
Thank
it.
you.
So much behind that. Yes, definitely so much behind that. So tell me, what was the inspiration behind that scene in itself? That was a powerful scene, period.
Thank you.
On,
Thank you.
on so many levels. So tell me, was it from experience or was just this is just who Mikey J is, all the culture, just experiences just brought this to life.
I wrote that about 5 years ago. And I really want to say thank you to Joey Streets and Miss BBC. Joey Streets is from Brooklyn. Miss BBC is from Cleveland, Ohio.
Mm.
And that scene is basically about a black mother who was working in a very powerful position in Wall Street, lost her job.
Mm.
She lost her job, and instead of reverting to drugs, being depressed, she found she found sanctuary in God, and she always had that faith. So she's telling her son, basically, we're gonna be all right as long as God gives me the gifts and the talent and the will. There will be a way. It may not be today, but there will be a way. So instead of her reverting to um, instead of her reverting to drugs or selling drugs or the usage of drugs, she turned to her voice. She utilizes her voice to make money, and I wanted to do that because what white America does to us in a different position with a different writer, they would have put that woman on drugs. They would have put that woman selling her body. Like, not why does every black woman or every black person that loses their job or goes through trials and tribulations, why do we gotta go through drug use, domestic violence? Why we can't just find a peaceful way through God to get to our salvation?
Right. Alternative options. Correct.
Exactly. Exactly. And she told the brother, yo, get off the corner. She was letting him know it's not good for you, my brother. So it's like the village raising her child, raising another child, which is a grown man, but she's letting him know, you know?
Correct. Very powerful piece, definitely. So, what else do you have in store for us? I know you have several different projects that you're working on. What can we expect from you futuristically, towards the end of 2021? Because we're almost mid 2021. So,
Yeah.
we've done a lot. The pandemic, of course, helped a lot of people, gave some momentum to tap in and find who they are. And a lot have started their own businesses. A lot of people utilize that to, enhance what they already had and, working on different projects. So what have you done through the pandemic that we could see, in 2021?
Well, time matters. I've been on a press tour since January 7th. I've been all over this country promoting the film. It was released February 15th. So as the film was released, I was still doing a press tour, and we did Brooklyn, New York, 3 sold out shows at the Stewart Cinema Cafe. We did Ohio, 2 sold out shows, and Maryland, 2 sold out shows, and now we're in Atlanta.
Atlanta and
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. So
I'll be there.
March 12th at 3 and 6, and March 13th at 3 and 6. We're going to
Yes.
be premiering in here, the red carpet at TEG, Timeless Entertainment Group, 2995 Courtyards Drive, Norcross, Georgia. I'm looking
Right up
forward
the
to this. There's
street.
going to be a lot of media. I got media coming
Yes.
in from Atlanta, South Carolina, Virginia, New York. We got
And
media.
we'll be there because I'm going to get you on the carpet. Yes, I am.
That's what's up. So aside from Time Matters, once I get right back to New York, the first 2 weeks in April, I'm wrapping up a film called The Chef's Ingredients to Deception. And then the third week in April, I'm going to be filming my film Keys and Cuffs. And then June, we're going to be filming Three the Hard Way. Oh, but March, I'm releasing my comedy Chill Pill. And then
Okay.
August 4th, my mother's birthday, I'm releasing Colorblind. So I'm looking forward to everything. And I just started writing the first black no drama romantic film. It's titled Hopeless Romantic.
Correct.
And we're filming
Correct.
that this year as well.
Yes, absolutely. We cannot wait. So, as you guys heard it, the movie premiere is tomorrow, and he told you guys, in Norcross, Georgia, 2 showing 3 and 6, correct?
March 12th is 3 and 6, and March 13th is 3 and 6. And the tickets are at eventbrite.com. Eventbrite.com. Time Matters, the movie, Atlanta.
grab your tickets. Excuse me, you don't want to miss it. And it is in Norcross, Georgia. So you guys know Norcross is not that far. It's easy to get to, about 20, 30 minutes from anywhere. Um, so we should have no excuses. We should see you guys definitely there. Eventbrite. And yeah, make sure you grab your tickets and get it. Can you let the audience know how much the tickets are going for?
The tickets are $20, regular movie price ticket. What I do is we research the theaters in every city to see what their ticket prices are going for. So the tickets in Atlanta is $20. There's going to be an aspiring female chef that I met today. I met this woman today. Her name is Jay. So she'll be coming tomorrow, showcasing her food for a phenomenal price, like real talk. And I'm gonna have popcorn for everybody, and we're just gonna kick back and enjoy the show. We're gonna enjoy the movie and just relax, take some pictures, and I get to take some pictures with Michelle Diamond and Mr. Jerome.
Yes.
I said Jerome's in the house.
I said Jerome's in the no, start. Look, he had to come in on that. See?
Watch your mouth.
I know. I am so excited about everything. And, keep us apprised. We are here, guys, and to let you know that we are networking connoisseurs. I say that not just to say it. If you know me and you know my circle, we do tap in with a lot of people, and your network defines your net worth, I believe. And it takes time with everything that you're doing. You just have to stay consistent and just maintain those healthy relationships. And that's what I believe in. Like when I spoke to you earlier, I believe in authenticity. I believe in everything being organic. And that's what I got from you earlier. And I appreciate it because it portrayed here, to the audience. And, to me, you have so much to offer. You've been through so much. You are, active in the community. You're giving back. And, the film itself has such a strong message, because you're showing that it does not have to be in a negative light that somebody goes through something and they always end up on drugs or prostitution, anything like that. So this is definitely a powerful piece. I would love to do more with it. So we are going to talk. And we're just going to, keep pushing. Mr. Dorn, you have something to add?
When she sent me that clip and it was too long to actually put it on there and I had to cut it somewhere, and I'm like, I was just led to those, I was just led to that. I had no idea what it was. I just knew I only have so much time to run this clip. Where do I go? And it just like the spirit just moved me. Start here and let it. And that was powerful. That was powerful. Yes.
I'll be very honest. When I was sitting in the audience in all three of the cities that we've done thus far, I have my mask on. I have my Yankee fitted on or snapback. Not one negative reaction. People laughed. People jeered at the certain characters on the screen.
Right.
So I'm really honored by that. It keeps you humble. It doesn't blow your head up, make it big, because it's the people. Although you aim to please yourself, you gotta aim to please the people. You won't please everybody. Don't expect everybody to be pleased. But those people from 17 years old all the way up to a woman that was 80, the testimonies we've gotten. If I would have got to go to the restroom, I probably would have missed something and all kinds. So I really want to thank everybody that has given their positive feedback. We had journalists that gave feedback that you'd be surprised. I'm like, wow, really? Thank you. So
absolutely.
Writing I love writing, and I'm looking forward to the next project to be released. And to your audience. To all your audience members out there, men, women, black, brown, white, yellow, green, gay, straight, it doesn't matter, LGBTQ, anyone who's aspiring and wants to get into acting, you don't need experience with me. I will pull your greatness out of you. I won't promise you the world, but I promise to pull your greatness out of you. And y'all can email AIGNE filmcasting@yahoo.com. Send me a 30 to 60-second video monologue of something dramatic and comedic, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. And you said 30 to 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's amazing. So there you guys have it. And of course, you could find him. And I want him to give all the acts because it's very long. So I'm gonna let him do it. You can find him on IMDb. He's definitely on Instagram. He's on Facebook. So I'm gonna let him give you guys the rundown where you could find him and follow and basically tap all the way in. There's so many things that he has in store. And from our discussion, there's some things that I want to speak to him about behind scenes because it's so much that I have planned for 2021 that's coming to full fruition. And everyone that graces our stage graces our platform, we have connected and we're building and we're doing some amazing things. We have joined with some people may have fell off on the wayside. However, I believe that whoever is meant to be here are here, and it's for a purpose and it's for a grander vision. So this is just amazing and I cannot wait.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it too. And one of the main reasons why is I pay it forward. I never thought that I would be a rapper, music producer, actor, writer, director, and everything else. I never thought that I'll be on 150 plus magazine covers. I never thought that I have all these accolades from the government to different organizations. So who am I to not pay it forward and do my best to uplift, empower, and encourage others who are aspiring to be in that same position, And if you are aspiring, and once you get in that position, then you have to inspire others to also want to do the same thing. So that's really my main thing, the main reason why I definitely give opportunities to any and everybody, as long as they can stick to their guns,
Absolutely. And I cannot wait. To see everything and, sticking to the guns. That's such, putting it in layman terms, if you're going to start something, stick with it to see it all the way through. It shows your commitment.
Yeah.
It shows determination, it shows drive, and it shows that you're trustworthy with anything that you put your mind to, because if you're going to start something, first you have to trust in yourself that it is something that you are capable of doing. And it's so much behind it, and I get deep on a lot of things, so I'm just going to push pause. We're going to keep it for the panel that I'm creating, and we're going to talk about it and discuss some amazing things, and I cannot wait, especially when you talked about the chef, and oh my gosh, it's so much. Coming into Atlanta, you meet so many talented people, and I really appreciate this city. It has its pros, it has its cons, just like anywhere else. However, I believe that Atlanta in itself, it's like a huge melting pot, just like how New York was a huge melting pot, of amazing talents, and some are hidden, and it's time for you guys to come out and shine. And this platform highlights and allows you to shine and be who you are. So make sure you guys stay tuned and tap all the way in. Mr. Mikey J is doing amazing things, and make sure you go on Eventbrite, grab your tickets. It's only $20, and as he said, showtimes 3 and 6 p.m. and make sure you are in the house so you too can have an opportunity to say hello on the red carpet. So we appreciate you so much, Mr. Mikey J, for tuning in and gracing us with your presence and just allowing the audience to connect with you, to see who you are as a person. And it is such a rich heritage, and I just appreciate that. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. So thank you again for the invite. And it's been absolutely a pleasure speaking with you. So until next time, guys, see you guys at 8 o'clock for our next interview. Again, this is your host, Michelle Diamond, and the amazing Mikey J. And we are powered by Sapphire Emerald Magazine. Follow, Sapphire Emerald Magazine on Instagram as well as on Facebook, and Mikey J.
Great.
And one moment, he has something else to say. So 1 second, go ahead.
I want to give away 3 tickets to your audience members, not the same household. I'm giving away 3 tickets to your audience members, and I just asked them to bring people with them.
Amazing. So guys, tap in with us. We're going to discuss it behind scenes, how everything's going to go. Stay tuned to my Instagram. If you're not following, follow Next Level Promotion _federal. That's on Instagram, and Michelle Valley's Diamond on Facebook. Of course, Next Level Promotion as well on my business page, InDaHouseMedia or Jerome Dorn. And of course, Mikey J, you will have all the insights on how you can have those 3 tickets. And all he's asking is that you bring people with you. So tap in. We're going to get you connected. That's what we do. We make organic and authentic connections. So get with it. So until next time, again, this is Michelle Diamond, the amazing Mikey J, and of course, our man behind the scenes, Jerome Dorn. We'll see you tomorrow. So tomorrow, tap in how you could get your 3 tickets. And then if not, you can get your tickets for $20 on Eventbrite. All right. So we love you. God bless. Until next time.